does it matter where you place your kids in school?
I think so.
Like at the playground or like the back or like the park?
Oh, true, or in the bathroom.
You guys don't feel like your kids will absorb the fucking stupidity of the people around them?
I do.
And that's why I think schools matter like crazy.
Because, like, you know how they say, like, you are the sum of the 5 people around you?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying is that I don't want him to SpongeBob SquarePants all of his,
Little woke friends.
yep.
How
I'm gonna
much?
bring the average.
How much should a parent be involved in controlling that? You think? Because like obviously the kid needs to make their own decisions, and say like certain friends or whatever, like they would need to navigate certain friendships, stay away from bad crowds, get in with the good people, right? Should parents play a role in orchestrating all that?
In my opinion, I think a parent should act like a therapist, really, and I think the kid needs to make their own decisions and learn from their own mistakes, but the parent is like the sounding board of someone that has experience. But I don't really believe a parent should be like, I'm gonna control the fuck out of them because you're gonna do this. But I think the kid needs to determine their own outcome, realize their own potential. It's just that this person has like 30, 40 years of experience to bounce ideas off of. That's how I feel like.
Helicopter parents are just as annoying as woke parents on the other end.
Yeah.
Like it's just like fucking, just chill a little bit. It's okay.
I wanted to just hang out with more people that'll smoke weed with me.
Oh, that's a good crowd.
Yeah, and I'd be like, oh, I want to be with these
Very
guys.
chill.
They're really smart. They're going places, and I'm like, yeah, we're going to the garage to smoke a blunt.
We're going nowhere after we get there.
right? I would bullshit though.
So friend groups aside, what about helicopter parenting for the sake of the school itself and the school curriculum?
What does that mean?
So right now there's a growing movement in New York City where parents are basically pulling all these kids out of private schools, because a lot of private schools in New York City have incorporated the CRT, which is critical race theory. Did I say that right?
I heard of this.
Where they want to blame everything on white people type of thing, right?
Yes, critical race theory, yes.
So
And
stupid.
A lot of parents are pulling their kids out of school there, and they're
The boiled down version, it's like, scientific method, math was created by white people, so it's innately racist.
yes, yeah.
Shit,
That's
yeah.
the new shit.
So dumb.
How is math racist?
It was made by white people.
Because
apparently.
Copernicus fucking developed some shit on it?
It's dumb.
He was pretty
It's so
racist,
dumb.
bro. Like,
And the numbers we use is Arabic. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, like the squiggly lines.
they were racist too, man.
It's I don't know. It's just people.
It's an international discipline.
People are just so dumb.
Oh shit, math's racist?
You didn't know that?
Yeah, fuck math, dude. Stop doing it. Yeah, fuck math.
So the Egyptians.
I'd use it. I hate math. I'll be like, this is some racist ass shit. I can't be doing this shit.
So critical race theory is part of the school system now? Oh, I'd pull my kid.
In a private school?
In a private school. So
Is that really what it is? That's crazy.
actually,
it doesn't sound normal.
Well, I'm boiling it down and exaggerating,
Okay.
but I'm trying to pin a point of how
so the
stupid it
parents
is.
that are actually, the parents that are actually pulling their kids out of school are the more affluent parents, because they're in these private schools. But the public schools are also starting to show a lot of this critical race theory being taught in school too. And a lot of the parents are basically saying, this is not the way I want my child taught, to feel bad about themselves and to feel bad about their skin. And then like we're talking about, white children, I guess, and that they're being taught that they are born to privilege and they need to understand that. And this is like a 4th grader, At a certain point, like, is there, I guess the idea is like, is there an age that's too young, right? I think there's an age that's too young to deal with these kinds of concepts. You're not allowing them to be a kid, And I think that's what these parents are concerned about.
You gotta get them early, though.
But anytime you look at someone's skin and you go, well, you're all this way, it is racist shit.
Yeah.
It just is.
You know what's funny? My friends were having a honeymoon, and they were telling me that they were chilling in the jacuzzi with this family, and then this like 4-year-old boy looked at him. They're like, "Did you know that a brown and black people can't do what white people do?" And then his dad was like, "No, Jerry, no, they can do everything." And they're so embarrassed, right? And they started cracking the fuck up. And then like his dad was like sweating. He goes, "No, he doesn't learn this at home. Like, no, everyone can do everything." And I was just like, I'm like, dude, that must have been such an embarrassing time for that guy's for that kid's dad. Like, where the? Because kids say crazy shit, right?
Yeah.
Like I remember like waiting for sushi, and then this one white kid looked at us, and then they looked at his parents, and then he was like, "Dad, do Chinese people eat sushi too?" And then the parents were so fucking embarrassed. They were cracking up, dude. It's cute because like when you're a kid, you're learning shit.
What a dumb fucking question, dude.
The kid's like 22.
Why are you talking like that, Joe?
I want one of these wokesters to be like, I shouldn't have to educate you, little boy.
yeah. That's what they should have said.
You should have learned it in school.
You should have already known it.
You have the internet.
Oh, true.
So
If you're
crazy,
4 years old
man.
and you don't know what white privilege is, you're a piece of shit. That's what they should do.
So yeah, so a lot of these parents, so the schools in New York City, they're charging from $43,000 to $50,000 to $60,000 a year. This is the kind of schools that are really pushing this agenda.
crazier than college.
Take them out, dude.
A lot of the parents are
prices
pulling them
alone.
out. Would you go as far to move your entire family for the sake of your kids' education?
If I had to, sure.
Don't people do that all the time?
Yeah, that's true. Cause like some people were like, "Oh shit, your kid's a genius. You know, they should go to MIT," and they're like 13 years old, and then they'll all move to fucking Boston or something.
Even just being in a better school district, I know people growing up who used to like use their grandma's address, and then they would go to a better school that way. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why I moved to Monterey Park.
There you go.
There we go.
Best schools.
It was bad in Gardena, so
I think it's worth it because it like opens up your mind, like, and if you have like talent and you nurture it, like let's say your kid's like a soccer phenom and the coach is like, hey, like I've already ran out of my abilities, I think your son would do great or your daughter would do great here. I think it's in the parents' best interest to help nurture that.
So, what do you know what critical race theory is?
Basically what Bart said, it's
So it just states that everything is inherently racist because it was developed by Europeans?
yeah, so this article says critical race theory is a theoretical framework which views society as dominated by white supremacy, examines systemic racism, and categorizes people as privileged or oppressed based on their skin color. That is the
Dude, if I was still doing real life trolling, I would get a bullhorn and I would drive to a fucking mobile home park and I would yell out the window, "You all have so much fucking privilege. It's time to recognize your fucking white privilege." I would do that tonight.
And they would all come out and be like, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, Steve.
I would fucking be all mad too about it. I'd be all like that shaking mad too. Like, you guys better fucking understand this shit.
You have to dye your hair purple first before you.
I would, or green.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Green would be good for you.
Stop kissing your sister, but do you know how much privilege you have?
So good.
Your sister's so hot, dude.
The privilege of kissing your sister.
That's crazy. In an academic place, they're doing this?
Yeah, a lot of parents are saying they're teaching
nuts.
kids what to think rather than how to think.
Yeah.
You know, like that's what an education is.
We should all determine for ourselves what we view is racist based off of our own experience and like how we view the world, because it's more of a I don't think it's as objective as they're trying to make it.
Nah, it's very contextualized.
Yeah, I think I don't know, man. That's crazy. That is true. They're trying to tell you how to think, and there's so many people that's not white who's contributed to science. So that theory is kind of stating that
It's also you're
everything
negating negating all the.
Yeah.
It's ignorant.
Yeah.
Very ignorant, yeah.
because then they're not recognizing the fact that there's so many other races that contributed to every scientific field, you know, and people that won Nobel Peace Prizes and all that. Like, what are they just subhuman because they're not white and they, you know, are like they're
just not good enough.
That's so fucking weird.
They are subhuman. You're right.
That's so fucking weird.
Sub-Zero.
It sounds like the shit that the white supremacists like of yesteryear wanted people to think, which is like, hey, white people are better than everyone else.
Yep.
Didn't you know that? Like we are born better and all this shit. And then you hear it from the other side of the fence and you're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Like they're actually confirming what the white supremacists
What they wanted.
They're acknowledging it.
They're saying it. They're
That's
just
so
saying it in a different way.
weird.
It's the fucking most bizarre thing ever.
Reverse psychology.
Right.
It's working, dude. It's fucking working.
I just don't understand how this is in academia, because it's almost like teaching flat Earth.
Well, the Earth is flat.
That's where it started. It started in academia.
Flat Earth?
No, the critical race theory. I think it started in colleges.
Yeah, it started in the education system because they want to help that that area could be better, you know, like not have racial inequality and all that stuff. So it started in a good place. It started in a place where like, okay, we want, you know, equality for all. We want the opportunities for everyone to excel. And so they came up with critical race theory to help level the playing field.
Oh, is this where like affirmative action and certain things like that could have spiraled from?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it all
And it
comes
could've
from
started-
a good place.
Yeah, and it could all have started too with like, you know, certain subjects are started off in like the English language, right? Like no matter what you learn from, like even like the periodic table, for example, like lead, if it's like PB or whatever, you learn PB whether you're in Japan, China, whatever, right? So the periodic table is written in English. That's how it is. And then so I think it started from there, and it's like, wait a second, why is this in English? And then I think that starts to stem and grow and like, and it become like this, I'm oppressed by this creation of like,
The English periodic table.
yeah, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I wonder who developed it, because if you talk to anthropologists and people like historians and whatever, you'd easily find that, you know, a lot of contributors to science came from different parts of the world.
I think like most things, I think it was probably made in China.
Yeah.
There it is.
They're trying to get more parents to speak up about this because it's hard to speak up about this because a lot of times you're also kind of, one parent said, who wouldn't want to sign up to be less racist in regards to critical race theory? You know, like, oh yeah, it's a good thing, you know, let's all do this together. But, you know, once you get into it, they realize that it seems to be more cynical and intolerant about the ideas rather than being, you know, accepting. and
So are they trying
positive
to
about it.
erase science and math?
They're trying to teach in a different way. I mean, I actually don't know what. the
I gotta read
specifics
more
are.
about
Yeah.
this. This is just so confusing.
It's
dude.
crazy, yeah. It's really crazy.
Damn.
And if you leave the school because they're teaching stuff, then you're the racist. You're like, you're a racist, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
It's like, you're a racist. No, you're the racist. That's basically where it's all going anyway. It's exciting.